All right, 2017 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. It got a little crispy. Just basically doing a walk around here. I got a tarp down so I don't have anything getting into the dirt. So everything's gonna fall into that. We're gonna get everything cleaned up. You know, when you get these, there's a lot of stuff that burns. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't. So hopefully, I would like to think that like the bottom head and the bottom end and probably the cylinder heads are probably okay on this. I'm sure, well, this wheel here is probably fine. Front suspension parts might be usable. Steering rack might be usable. Front diff might be usable. Obviously we got some catalytic converters for scrap. We got some side steps here that we can pull off. We got the front one on this side. I think we're missing the front one on the other side, but you can take a look in here. I did find some stuff in these papers from 2020, so it's hard to say how long this freaking thing was sitting. Yeah, I mean, just look, there's the radio, there's the rearview mirror laying down there. I did lift up the center console to try to look in there. I thought this was kind of cool. Right here it says FCC, Allenwood, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Persons, P-R-I-S-O-N. Well, it looks like that's part of your door switch. Lots of like fiberglass looking insulation stuff. There was a bag back here. I kind of tried to pick through that a little bit. Makes you wonder what happened. I mean, you can tell where it was the hottest, and that would have been right here. So I don't know if it was feeding off of the fuel line, because our fuel line feed and return is right there. They're melted, obviously. It's hard to say if that was feeding that, or if like the brake fluid fed this part of the fire in this area, but definitely in the front. This was a Ford, there wouldn't even be this left. But the fact that this stuff's steel, there's a lot here. This door does open. I guess they did that so they could verify the VIN on the door. It would be kind of cool to see if there's anything in the glove box, just out of curiosity, because it looks like there's some papers in. We'll take a look. This also has the lower storage bins. So what kind of stuff did this person put in their storage bins? Hard to say. Like, there's a little kid's book over there, and there's like what looks to be a child seat on that side. So on to the back side. The bed is perfectly unscathed, other than some pieces that broke off and fell out into here. It did actually start melting this. This looks like that caught for a minute or two. We're just gonna get that stuff out of the way. It's hard to believe that the tires are shot, but good rear Mopar mud flap thingies. Tailgate's actually really nice. I got some dirt on here. It opens perfect. No rust in the tailgate. It's perfect. It's nice. Nice set of rear taillights. Like I said, really nice bed. Rear bumper does have a dent. So, you know, we do have some stuff here. This one here is kind of cool. It actually has the aluminum wheel for the spare. What is it? In a 17. So I don't know, I might keep that, throw that on my truck. I just put a really nice looking spare tire on it. Be curious to see what for gas is in the tank. Just like any of the other ones, you know, I got a list of stuff I'm going to save. There is a lot that is not going to be being saved. That way we don't have to worry about messing with it. We're stripping the stuff out. Maybe a door ding here. A little bit of a ripple. So it looks like there's 3 good wheels, both good sidebars. This front here got melted a little bit, so we're just going to call that a done. But yeah, here's a look in from this side. I mean, it's just, I don't know if anybody would even want to watch this, but it's just kind of wild, some of the stuff you can find. Like I said, the storage bins are down below here. Fire burns up. And I mean, I've picked through some other ones that caught fire. I found stuff underneath the seats, wallets with money in. Back then it was like iPods, cell phones, just, you know, some cool stuff like that. Looks like we got a U.S. Department of Homeland Security card back there that I can't even read from here, back over in there. But if you look, so I said I want to see in the glove box, looks like the owner's manual or something might be down in there. When stuff is packed together, it doesn't burn through. I don't know what the deal was with this, if this was even part of this or somebody tried picking it out. But this just has like what was it, chapstick and man, what was that, hand sanitizer spray right there on it. Yeah, we got to get this tire off this wheel. That's always fun. And then, like I said, you can look down in here. I started pulling some of the wire off of here and some of the parts the other day, but without being able to check the oil, it's hard to say. There's probably moisture or water down inside the cylinders, possibly. It depends on how far the intake melted. I mean, these things see lots of rain. You know, it depends on how hot, like I said, it depends on how hot the differential got or how hot the electric steering unit got. Those things seem to be pretty pricey. It might have a good front sway bar if you clean the stuff off of it. All stuff that we're going to find out pretty soon. I'm going to start working on getting some of this thing stripped apart and just like kind of go over it. So we're looking at bed, rear differential, front differential, steering box, engine, transfer case. Probably the trans is no good. When they get warm, stuff melts inside. So the transfer case is far enough back, and on the bottom it might be okay. We've got side steps and a frame and this front bumper and the back bumper. So there's a bunch of stuff here. It's just a very messy strip. So like I said, just showing this one off. This is one I got into part out. Needless to say, this one was quite cheap, and that's why it's here. Because if it wasn't cheap, it wouldn't be.